Top 247 Edge Zahir Mathis, the 6'6" pass rusher out of Philly, has offers from all across the Power Four. Mathis decommitted from Ohio State in November, reopening his recruitment. He is the 20th ranked edge in this class. So once his recruitment was reopened, of course, the schools were swarming, but the number 4 prospect from Pennsylvania is picking between 4 schools. He's got Florida State, Maryland, Michigan, and UCLA. It is without further ado that I am so thankful to welcome in the man of the hour, Zahir Mathis, who is here with us live to officially tell us where he'll be playing his college ball. And Zahir, I want to start with this. We see a lot of commitments in the December period, but you made us wait to find out where you're headed here in February. So overall, what has this process been like for you?
It's been a long process. It's been a long process for me. Just making everybody wait, it's just big for me to make my big decision. It took some time, but I'm glad that everybody's here and everybody's been waiting as long as myself, for this big decision.
Well, we and your school of choice, I'm sure, are happy to wait for your commitment. Before we find out where you're headed, I see you're not alone there. I'm sure you're not alone on this journey to get to where you are now. So who would you like to thank?
Yeah. Right now, I'm right here with my grandma, with my grandma. I'm with my brothers and my cousin, and I got my little sister to the left of me, and just bringing these odds down in the stretch of this time, and just making my final decision with everything. I want to say for the next 3 to 4 years, I will be making my decision at the University of Maryland.
So there we go. Breaking news. Zahir Mathis will be headed to play his college ball at Maryland, not too far from where you are. So let's just start with, why'd you pick Maryland?
I love it there. Coach Locks he's a big figure on me. Coach JT. Just when I was down there on my visit, it was big for me. Myself and my family, we had a great time. Just off of the years that I've been down there throughout the camps and just throughout the process of my journey, it was amazing for me just to be close to home and just be able to get on a new playing field and play in different outcast ways. Just being in their field will have me as an outside linebacker, and that would be good for me, just to be uncomfortable. I think being uncomfortable is going to be the next great thing for me in my next step.
I love it. Well, a very exciting day for you, but also, judging by our YouTube chat, a very exciting day for Terps fans out there. So before we let you go, speak to them. Who are they getting in Zahir Mathis?
They get an award, they getting a guy that's going to bring champions, and all out there to those Terps fans, I want y'all to know that we going to come home with a bunch of champions for y'all. So that's what I got to say for y'all.
I love it. Nothing else needs to be said. Zahir Mathis, congratulations, and thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your big day.
Thank you so much.
I love it. All right. There you go. Zahir Mathis officially headed to play his college ball at Maryland. Thankfully, we got some very smart analysts sitting next to me here in studio, so I'm just going to ask, what did Maryland add with him?
A guy with a ton of upside, right? Cooper was just down in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. He's going to be out in Indianapolis at the scouting combine. You drop Zahir Mathis in the measurements day, scouts are going to be drooling, right? It is green numbers across the board. Now, the thing with Zahir Mathis, he's got to match the effort, the physicality, the technique with those elite physical specs. Junior, senior season, just a combined 6 sacks. With that being said, we saw him in Orlando at the Under Armour All-America game. I thought something kind of clicked there, right? So he's going to need some time, a developmental semester or two. But if you are Maryland, right, Mike Locksley needs to win games. This is a huge addition because Zahir Mathis, he's in the transfer portal. Huge price tag. So it's a big pickup for them. And the recruiting class now inside the top 25. We like a lot of the parts that Maryland has coming in.
Good thing about Zahir Mathis and for him is, Andrew mentioned the lack of production, but you think about Shamar Stewart, who we talked about a lot, right? Former 5-star, Texas A&M, I think had a sack and a half this past year. Projected top 15, top 20 draft pick, right? And the biggest thing is when you have that length and that combination of athleticism off the edge and you have the ability to impact the quarterback. I think of like Princewell, Uman Mielen, one of our top players in the transfer portal, another guy that only had one single sack this past season. But if you don't watch the game, you don't understand the impact that these guys can have on it, especially with that combination of length, athleticism, explosiveness off the edge. And when you watch Mathis, that's what he has. And the other thing, when you're watching him in the interview, a little bit wider than you think. I think the biggest thing is maybe the lower body mass. How's this guy going to play against the run consistently in the Big Ten? Nonetheless, to Andrew's point, with Mike Locksley, Maryland, done a really good job coming off a critical season when they were 4-8. They had to bounce back, and they've done some really nice things.
You can tell this guy has scouting in his blood. You're taking a look at the specs while I'm like, oh, he thanks Grandma. That's so sweet.
I can't hear anything, so that's what I'm looking at.
No, it was fantastic. He did mention, too, that Lox is going to put him maybe in some uncomfortable situations, too, maybe playing some outside linebacker or something that he was like, wherever you want to put me. He even mentioned that being uncomfortable is something that will help him grow. So he's got that mindset.